I said don't mean a thing, and all you got to do is sing like la 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 do so diddy do so. Now it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just to give that rhythm everything you got. Oh, don't mean a thing, boy, if it ain't got a swinger. Take it, chummy.
Every morning at the mine you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245, kind of broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip. And everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Big John, Big John, Big Bad John, Big John. Nobody seemed to know where John called home. He just drifted into town and stayed all alone. He didn't say much, he kind of quiet and shy. And if you spoke at all, you just said hi to Big John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got in a fight over a Cajun queen, and a crashing blow from a huge right hand sent a Louisiana fella to the promised land. Big John. Big John. Big John, Big Bad John, Big John. Then came the day at the bottom of the mine when a timber cracked and men started crying. Miners were praying and hearts beat fast, and everybody thought that they'd breathed their last except John. Through the dust and the smoke of this man-made hell walked a giant of a man that the miners knew well, grabbed a sagging timber and gave out with a groan, and like a giant oak tree just stood there alone. Big John. Big John. Big John. Big Bad John. Big John. And with all of his strength he gave a mighty shove. Then a miner yelled out, "There's a light up above," and 20 men scrambled from a would-be grave. Now there's only one left down there to save Big John. With jacks and timbers they started back down. Then came that rumble way down in the ground, and as smoke and gas belched out of that mine, everybody knew it was the end of the line for Big John. Big John. Big John, Big Bad John, Big John. Now they never reopened that worthless pit, they just placed a marble stand in front of it. These few words are written on that stand: "At the bottom of this mine lies one hell of a man, Big John." Big John, Big John. Big Bad John.
Big John.
Well, baby, what I couldn't do with plenty of money and you, in spite of the worry that money brings, just a little filthy lucre buys a lot of things. And I could take you to places that you would like to go, but outside of that I've no use for dough. It's the root of all evil, of strife and upheaval. But I'm certain, honey, that life would be sunny with plenty of money and you.
Gulia, amba, sulipu, sulipu, ayabadia, aduyaba, ayam papatia, adulidaba. I'll sing sweet love songs all the time if you come and be my baby, mine. I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me.
Thank you.
Live from the studios of SEN in Phoenix, Arizona, it's Steve Summers.
Oh, welcome to Monday. We made it together. My name is Steve Summers. Welcome to the show today. I'm so excited to be here. Well, I hope I have a chance to even ask if I could dance with you. Ooh. Would you greet me or politely turn away? Will there suddenly be sunshine on a cold and rainy day? Oh, babe, what would you say? For there you are, sweet lollipop, and here I am with such a lot to say. Hey, just to walk with you along the Milky Way, to caress you through the nighttime and bring flowers every day. Oh, babe, what would you say? 'Cause, oh, baby, I know I could be so in love with you. And I know that I could make you love me too. And if I could only hear you say you do. But anyway, what would you say? Welcome everyone to our Monday show today. My name is Steve Summers. It is such a pleasure to have you join me today. We do this each and every Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. We got a whole bunch of great music lined up for you today. We've got trivia, we got This Day in History, and wonderful music from America's Songbook. Stay with me and enjoy it. Oh, yeah! Yes, so, baby, I know I could be so in love with you. And I know that I could make you love me too. If I could only hear you say you do. But anyway, what would you say? Mr. Hurricane Smith made that song famous back in the 70s. It would end up being a one-hit wonder of a song back then. Those great songs, they don't make them much anymore. A lot of us had AM radios only back then, as you well know. It's those songs. Did you know it is National Coloring Book Day today? It's National Coloring Book Day today. It's an annual event. It happens every September 14th. It's behind the National Coloring Book Day basically is this experience of a lot of artistry, mediums, and an opportunity to be creative. Open up your mind a little bit. Grab some crayons. Maybe you got some colored pencils or something, or maybe you like to paint a little bit. It's National Coloring Day today, and make it a part of your life today. There's nothing like the freedom of expression when it comes to all those great things that we can do with the time that we have together, right? Let's go back a little ways, shall we? Woo! Mr. Lou Christie made this song famous. Listen to me, baby, you gotta understand. You're an old to know that the makings of a man. Listen to me, baby, it's hard to settle down, and I'm asking too much for you to stick around. Every boy wants a girl he can trust to the very end. Baby, that's you. Won't you wait Croce made that song famous. It's those songs people often ask, Steve, why do you go up so high like that? I don't know where that comes from. All I know is I typically have to go see a doctor afterwards. I hope you're enjoying your day today. Put a smile on your face. You know, the late, great Jim Croce made a song famous, and I'll never forget this one right here. You might remember it. Well, I know it's kind of late. I hope you didn't wake you, but I've got to say, can't wait. I knew you'd understand, 'cause every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of strange. Every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. I knew you'd understand, 'cause every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. All right. Jim Croce, incredible artist, passed before our time. Incredible. Every time the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I knew you'd understand, 'cause every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Oh, they don't make songs like that much anymore, right? Incredible artist. Thank you, Jim, for the music. We appreciate you. Let's go back, shall we, a little ways. This song was made famous by a gentleman by the name of Brian Hyland. Kind of one of those end of summer songs, if you would. Though we gotta say goodbye for the summer, darling, I promise you this, I'll send you all my love every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer. I'll feel the emptiness, I'll send you all my dreams every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss. I'll see you in the sunlight, I'll hear your voice everywhere, I'll run to you, tenderly hold you, but darling, you won't be there. I don't want to say goodbye for that summer, knowing the love we'll miss. Oh, let us make a pledge to meet in September, baby, seal it with a kiss. Oh, those warm summers this year, they've been a little wacky this year. We want to send our prayers out to the many folks out on the West Coast, in California, Oregon, and Washington. We're thinking about you guys with all those wildfires. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer, but I'll feel the emptiness. I'll send you all my love Brian Hyland made that song famous. All right, let's go back. Hey girl, what you doing down there? Dancing alone every night. Well, I live right above you. I can hear the music playing. I can feel your body swaying. You're one floor below me. You don't even know me. I love you. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Oh, twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. Now listen, if you look out your window tonight, pulling the string with the note that's attached to my heart, read how many times I saw you, how in my silence I adore you, and only in my dreams did that wall between us come apart. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Oh, twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. Come on, everybody watch right now. Put your hands together on this and come on. Or put your hands up like this. How about that? There you go. Oh, I can hear the music playing. I can feel your body swaying. You're one floor below me. You don't even know me. I love you. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Oh, twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Thank you. Tony Orlando and Don made that song famous. Oh my goodness. I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on that rainbow. Got that string wrapped around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life, it's a beautiful thing, as long as I can hold that string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let it go. Oh, I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life, it's a beautiful thing, as long as I can hold that string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let it go. No, I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, man, this is life. I said, hey now, yes, I'm in love. don't make those Sinatra songs anymore. It's just, I just love those songs from the past. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. It's Monday. You've tuned in to our live show today, and it's such a privilege to do this show for you each and every Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern time. My name is Steve Summers, and I want to thank our great folks there at Link Seniors, Natalie, and all the great people that make this thing happen, and all the many communities that are watching our show today. We thank you. Coming up in about 11 minutes from right now, we've got today's trivia. I'm very excited about today's trivia. We got some great trivia this week. We're going to kind of turn up the heat a little bit, so to speak. So we've got some questions we're going to ask. And you know, the beautiful thing about doing all this trivia is that actually you never give a wrong answer. That's the thing about it. The good thing about trivia is you don't give a wrong answer as long as you answer right. And in the process of it, you learn a little bit of something. So we're going to do that in about 11 minutes from right now. And very, very excited to have one today for you. It's going to be so good. You're going to love it. All right. Whoa. I know that it's late and I really must leave you alone. Your girl's so good to hold, and I feel like a long way from home. Yes, I know that our love is still new, but I promise I'm gonna be true. Please let me stay, don't you send me away, no, no, no. Ha! Tell me, baby, that you need me, say you'll never leave me, love me tonight. Tom Jones, you gotta love you some Tom Jones. I just love those songs. I always tell people when I do these shows that, I've never been privileged enough to actually grow enough chest hair. I have no Tom Jones chest hair. So one time I showed up at a community. This is in Frisco, Texas, where my mom used to live. It's actually happened. I showed up with I went and borrowed a carpet square from somebody, and I attached it to my chest. I'll never forget that. As long as I live. The facial expressions of people when I came out with my shirt with the carpet square on my chest, it's like came out and did some Tom Jones. I'm still kind of laughing about that because I'll never forget how funny that was. It was one of those moments. But I got to tell you something. The downside of that is when it came to taking off that fake rug carpeting that looked like chest hair. I put it on there with duct tape. I think I learned my lesson never to use duct tape on my chest ever again. I'm never going to do that again for as long as I live. What do you say we do some country for our country viewers this afternoon? I'm not the hero who always saves the day. Don't always wear the white hat. Don't always know the way. I may not even be the dream you wanted to come true, but I'll always be the man in love with you. I'm not the key that opens every door. I don't have the power to give you all you want and more, but when you're needing something special you can hold on to, I'll always be the man in love with you. I never could work miracles. There may be others who can do what I can't do, and no one else could be as good as me at loving you. So when the world won't turn the way you wished it would, the dreams you have don't come alive as often as they should, remember that there's someone there whose heart is always true. I'll always be the man in love with you. Always enjoy singing this song. Especially like to dedicate it to my wife, Kim, who watches this show. Remember that there's someone there whose heart is always true. Someone there to help you make it through. I'll always be the man in love with you. Steve Dorff and Gary Harju wrote that song, one of those great songs. For our country music viewers this afternoon, always a little partial to them. I know so many of you watch this show and you have those songs that I know that you love so much. And so you know we got to do one for the class of 57, right? Tommy's selling used cars, Nancy's fixing hair, Harvey runs a grocery store, Margaret doesn't care, Jerry drives a truck for Sears, Charlotte's on the make, and Paul sells life insurance and pastimes still estate. Helen is a hostess, Frank works at the mill, Janet teaches grade school and probably always will. Beck marched down to the city and Jackson Lab Research, and Peggy plays the organ at the Presbyterian Church. And the class of 57 had its dreams. We all thought we'd change the world with our great works and deeds. Or maybe we just thought the world would change to fit our needs. Well, the class of 57 had its dreams. Betty runs a trailer park, Jan sells Tupperware, Randy's in the insane ward. Mary's on welfare. Charlie took a job with Ford and Joe took Freddie's wife. Charlotte took a millionaire and Freddie took his life. Johnny's big in cattle, Ray's deep in debt. Where Mavis finally wound up is anybody's bet. Linda married Sonny, Brenda married me. And the class of 50, all of us, is just a part of history. And the class of 57 had its dreams, but living life day to day is never like it seems. Things get complicated when you're past 18, but the class of 57 had its dreams. Oh, the class of 57 had its dreams. There you go, Harold. And boy, I tell you, Donald and Harold both, though, thank you so much for amazing music in the class of 57 back then, the Statler brothers. And there's that red line again. For those of you who watch the show on a regular basis, there's always that red line after I wear a hat. Somebody one time said, "Steve, what happened to your head there? Looks like you got beat up somewhere." Nope, and you got wearing the cowboy hat all over again. It happened. All right, are you all ready to play today's game? I'm always so excited about these trivia games. Let's go over here and find out today's trivia. Are we there? Where's the trivia? Trivia. Wait a minute, I sound like Oprah. We're going to do trivia? Hey, Felix, hit the trivia button. E5, hit that one.
Are you ready?
Yeah! Time now to play trivia today. This is my favorite time of the show here, where we get to put on our thinking caps. And like I said before, with trivia, I'm going to get a hat on. That looks terrible, doesn't it? Where's my hat? Here we go. I'll fix that in a hurry. How about that? All right. Now it doesn't look like I've been beat up and taken out in the alley and worked over. All right. Here is today's trivia question. What's great about it, we ask the trivia questions, which you are already probably reading in the background, and then you take a guess at what it might be. And if you get it wrong, big deal. Big deal. You still win 500 bananas inside of a suitcase that have been sitting out on the dock for about a week. So here it is. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth? Can you believe it, guys? I know. When I saw this, I was like, the first woman on Earth? What about man? Well, it doesn't exist, evidently. But the first woman on Earth is it, or was it, Lilith, Pandora, or Eve? Think about that now. Lilith, Pandora, or Eve. Now, some will argue biblically about this, but there is one answer to this. So is it A, B, or C according to the Greek mythology? Who is the first woman on Earth? And I'm so glad that my wife is not in here to give me feedback about this. Was it Lilith, Pandora, or Eve? The correct answer is, in fact, Pandora. It was Pandora. In Greek mythology, Pandora is the first human woman created by the gods, specifically, and the Athena on the instructions of Zeus. Now, that's according to the Greek gods. Okay, so we got that right. We got it straightened out here. Nothing having to do with the Bible, because I know I don't want to have people go, "Steve, don't do that." Question 2. Which city is known as the city of brotherly love? I know some of you know this one. I know that you know that I know that you know that you know this one. Is it Boston? Is it New York? Or is it Philadelphia? Which city is known as the city of brotherly love? And the correct answer is, ladies and gentlemen, it is in fact Philadelphia. Yes, city of Philadelphia, derived from the Greek for brotherly love, from philos, love or friendship, and Adolphus, brother as well. Who was it? We're doing a lot of Greek stuff today. Felix, did you pick out all the Greek stuff today? Does that mean we're having Greek for lunch? Well, maybe so. Oh, Asian today. Perfect. Okay. Who was the Greek god of dreams? Who is the Greek god of dreams? Was it Morpheus? Was it Athena? Or was it Iris? A, B, or C? Morpheus, Athena, or Iris? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is, in fact, it is Morpheus. Morpheus, the god of dreams. God of dreams had the ability to appear in dreams of mortals in any form. I don't know about you, but when people appear in my dreams in any form, I start to get worried a little bit. So don't be surprised. I always tell my wife that there might be a silhouette in the window or in the wall out and back. If somebody appears in my dreams, run, I'm out of here. See ya. Exactly. Which creature was the largest heart? Which creature has the largest heart? What do you think it is? Which creature has the largest heart? Is it the blue whale shark? Is it the great white shark? Or is it African elephant? Is it the African elephant? Is it the great white shark? Or is it the blue whale shark? What do you think the creature has the largest heart? Let's find out right now. Survey says blue whale shark. Blue whale shark weighs more than 1,500 pounds. So don't ever say the words to a blue whale shark, "Have a heart, man." He's going to say, "Hey, I do. Leave me alone." Next question. How many compartments does a cow's stomach have? I had no idea that there was even compartments inside of a cow. What is it, for luggage, for eating? What is it, one for hay, one for milk? What is, I have no idea. This is a new one for me. How many compartments, and some of you farmers out there, retired farmers, are probably going, Steve, you're an idiot. How many compartments does a cow's stomach have? Does he have 3? Does he have 1, or does he have 4? A, B, or C? What do you think it is? Compartments of a cow. How many compartments does a cow have? All right, we'll find out. Moo A, Moo B, or Moo C? And correct answer is, it's 4. There's 4 compartments on a, they have stomachs of 4 separate, let me read this real quick. 4 separate compartments. The compartments are the ramen, the reticulum, and the omosum, and the abomasum. Did I pronounce that right? Each compartment has its own specialized duty in the digestive process. Boy, who would have known that? Where have I been? I'm 56 years old. There you go. 4. Now you can tell your grandkids how lucky you are to know the answer to that one. Next question here. Who was the second man to walk on the moon? A lot of you remember the second man who walked on the moon. Who was it, though? It all kind of gets a little fuzzy here. Was it Alan Shepard, A? Was it B, Neil Armstrong? Or was it C, Buzz Aldrin? Now, this is the second man that walked on the moon, all right? We're going to find out right now. Alan Shepard, Neil Armstrong, or Buzz Aldrin? Correct answer is Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin is the American engineer and former astronaut. As the lunar module pilot on Apollo 11, he was one of the first 2 humans to land on the moon, and the second one there in person. That's amazing right there. Wow, I always learned so much after all this, and of course, I knew the answer to that, but I couldn't give it to you. Otherwise, why would we do trivia if I give you the answers before the questions? What is the name of the first space shuttle to go into space? What was the name of the first space shuttle to go into space? Was it the Atlantis? Was it Sputnik? Or was it the Space Shuttle Columbia? What do you think it was? First name of the first space shuttle to go into space. A, B, or C? What do you think it is, history buffs? It was, in fact, Space Shuttle Columbia. Space Shuttle Columbia, the orbiter, was the first space-rated orbiter in NASA, and of course, made the first space program in 1981. That's amazing. The technology today from the space program, and I think some of you might be following Elon Musk as well, the SpaceX program and shooting rockets up and satellites and all this other stuff. And I think we're getting ready to go to Mars. We're getting ready to go there. If you want to start a new life, we're going to load up on a rocket. We're going to go to Mars. We're going to plant some plows there. We're going to start all over again. We're going to say hello to all the aliens. Anyway, which country did Halloween originate? You know, Halloween is right around the corner. It's next month. I know you're excited about it as much as I am. Is it Germany? Is it Ireland? Or is it Spain? A, Germany, B, Ireland, or C, Spain? Actually, what's really funny about Halloween is that every Halloween, my mom, she likes to dress up like witchy poo. I don't know why that is. And I got another friend of mine, David, who he goes all out for it. It's really cool. It is kind of neat, though, because everybody gets to go dress up in costumes and all that stuff, so it's kind of neat. Which country did Halloween originate? Was it Germany, Ireland, or Spain? What do you think? What do you think? Which one? Which one is it? Germany, Ireland, or Spain? For 1 million bananas. Correct answer is, it is Ireland. It's Ireland. Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, Samhain. And the Celts back then, it was the Celts who lived in the area that is now Ireland. The United Nations and Northern France, they celebrated their new year on November the 1st. Wow, that is amazing. Hey, people go all out for Halloween every year, and it is kind of fun too, especially when they give away $1,000 in cash, right? All right, next question. If you suffer from arachnophobia, have you ever had arachnophobia? Which animal are you scared of? Which animal are you scared of if you suffer from arachnophobia? Is it a butterfly? No, get away. Is it a spider? Stay away from me or you're going to die. Or is it C, a dog? Oh, good boy. What do you think it is? If you suffer from arachnophobia, which animal are you scared of? A butterfly, a spider, or a dog? All right, I know that you know that I know that you know the answer to this, but I'm not saying. The correct answer is, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, it is B, a spider. Yes, get out of my way. Arachnophobia is the irrational fear of spiders and other arachnids and the scorpions and all that stuff, and stay away. I do not like spiders. I'm telling you, you can ask my wife. I don't like spiders. Be very honest with you, I am like a little girl when it comes to spiders. I'm like, and my wife has to take over. I know I am a wimp about that, but I'm being honest with you. Case in point, we were living in Oklahoma, and there was this spider that was on the kitchen floor. And have you ever seen a jumping spider before? This is the kind that jump. You know, they're in place, they go, doing, 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 doing. Well, this little sucker was in the kitchen. And this thing was huge. It was like this big, man. I mean, almost bigger than my head here. That thing was on the floor. It scared me so badly. I grabbed a broom and I thought, I'm gonna kill this thing because Kim, I'm like freaking out. So literally, I kid you not, and I thought she was gonna die laughing on this deal. So I'm taking the broom, right? And I'm like beating the floor, trying to kill this spider. And I'm telling you, every time, I kid you not, every time I went to try to hit this spider, every time I tried to hit him, the spider would fly up in the air. It would literally fly up. So when I went down, the spider went flying up like this. The sucker was that, I mean, I will never forget that. I still have nightmares about that spider. I'm not kidding you. I'm still thinking about it I'm thinking about it right now, and I don't know why. I remember the days of just keeping time and hanging around in sleepy towns forever. Back roads, they're empty for miles. Well, you can't have a dream or cut it to fit, but when I saw you, I knew we'd go together like a wink and a smile. Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip double tip-toppy two-seat Pontiac, so you can rev her on up. Don't go so slow, it's only green lights, all right. We go together like a wink and a smile. Oh yeah! We go together like a wink and a smile. We go together like a wink and a smile. Now my heart hears music. It's such a simple song. Sing it again, the notes never end. Now this is where I belong. Just the sound of your voice, the light in your eyes, we're so far away from yesterday. Together, like a wink and a smile. Yeah, 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 yeah. We go together made famous by Mr. Harry Connick Jr. There you go. All right. What do you say? Come on. Put your hands together. Woo! Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things that they don't do on Broadway. The time of their life. I saw a man who danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago town. Chicago, Chicago, that tolerant town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things that they don't do on Broadway. They have the time of their life. I saw a man and he danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago. Oh my Chicago, Chicago, that's my hometown. Woo! There you go. To all of our great friends and lovers of Chicago and the late great Frank Sinatra there, that one is for you right there as we go back a little ways. And here's another made famous. Let's go back now. Since we did a little bit of the Chicago, the jazz stuff, what do you say we go back and do a little number that goes to the wonderful group by the name of the Hollies? Might remember the Hollies? Let's go back, shall we now? Woo! Yeah! Hey Carrie, yeah. Hey Carrie, yeah. When we were at school, our games were simple. I played the janitor, you played the monitor, then you played the older boys and perfect. What's the attraction and what they're doing? Hey Carrie, yeah. What's your game now? Can anybody play? Hey, Carrie, yeah. What's your game now? Can anybody play? You were always something special to me, quite independent, never caring. You lost your charm as you were aging. Where is your magic disappearing? Hey, Carrie, yeah. What's your game now? Can anybody play? Hey, Carrie, yeah. What's your game now? Can anybody play? You're so like a woman to me. So like a woman to me. All right, here we go now. Woo! Hey, Carrie, yeah. What's your game now? Can anybody play? Hey, Carrie, yeah. What's your game now? Can anybody play? People live and learn, but you're still learning. You use my mind and I'll be your teacher. When your lesson's over, you'll be with me. Then you'll hear other people saying, hey, Carrie, game now? Can anybody play? Hey, Carrie Ann, what's your game now? Can anybody play? Carrie Ann. There you go. The Hollies from way back when. What do you say we find out what happened this day in music history, actually in history in itself?
This day in history.
September 14th, 2001. Americans mark a day of remembrance for the victims of the September 11th attacks. In New York, President George W. Bush tours the ruins of the World Trade Center. He tells rescue workers at Ground Zero just days after the attacks that toppled the Twin Towers.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
1901.
I am leaving because somebody must leave, or else the fight would not be made at all.
Theodore Roosevelt becomes America's youngest president at age 43. He succeeds William McKinley, who dies more than a week after he's shot by an assassin. 1814. Francis Scott Key is inspired to write the poem whose words ultimately become the national anthem of the United States. He composes the Star-Spangled Banner during the War of 1812 after witnessing the British bombardment of Fort McHenry in Maryland. 1879. Margaret Sanger, the founder of America's birth control movement, is born in Corning, New York. 1982. Princess Grace of Monaco, the former movie actress Grace Kelly, dies of injuries from a car crash the day before. She was 52 years old. 1927. Isadora Duncan, the modern dance pioneer, dies in an accident in Nice, France. She's killed when her scarf becomes entangled in the wheel of her sports car. And 1994.
It's not a very happy set of circumstances for me. After all, we're in the baseball business.
Baseball's acting commissioner Bud Selig cancels the rest of the season due to a players' strike. That includes the World Series, the first October without that game in nearly 90 years. Today in history, September 14th. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
This day in history.
I just love this day in history and all the different things that have happened down through the years. But we have to recognize an icon of music. We got so lucky when Mayborn Axton was born. September 14th on this day in 1914. She was known as the Queen Mother of Nashville. She was an incredible entertainer. She was an incredible writer, wrote many, many songs, worked with Mel Tillis, worked with Reba McEntire, Willie Nelson, Eddie Arnold, Tanya Tucker, Blake Shelton even. But one of the biggest hits that she ever wrote was for a gentleman right behind me here. You might know him as Elvis Presley, a very young Elvis Presley who made this song famous. So we've got to throw a little bit of our reverb back there because you hear a little bit of the reverb. It lends itself to one of the greatest songs that Mayborn Axton ever wrote for Elvis Presley called Heartbreak Hotel. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's staring up down the lonely street, Heartbreak Hotel, and I'll get so lonely, baby. I'll get so lonely. Well, I was so lonely I could die. Although it's always crowded, you can still find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry in their gloom. Because I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Now the bellhop's tears keep flowing. The desk clerk's dressed in black. It's been so long on Lonely Street, and they'll never get back. And they're telling me I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. Oh, they're so lonely they could die. Well, now if your baby leaves you, you gotta tell the tale. Just on that walk on lonely street, and heartbreak will tell them that you'll be so lonely, baby. But be so lonely, you'll be so lonely, you could die. Whoa! Damn! Thank you, May. Woo! Yeah! Although it's always crowded, you can still find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry in their gloom. They'll be so lonely, baby. They'll be so lonely. I'll be so lonely they could die. Oh yeah. Late, great May, born Axton. Happy late birthday to you today. What a special, special entertainer from the time back. All right. As we wrap up the show today, I want to say thank you so much. We so appreciate you tuning in. Made that song famous back then. Again, thank you so much for watching today and the many songs that I always enjoy singing for you. It truly is a pleasure to be here. Day after day, alone on the hill, man with the foolish grin is raging perfectly still. Nobody waits to know him. They can't see they're just a fool. He never gives an answer, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes on his head see the world spinning round. Alright, well, on the way, head in a cloud, the man of 1,000 voices talking perfectly loud, but nobody The sound as appears to make, he never seems to notice, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Here we go now. Woo! Nobody seems to notice. They can tell what he wants to do, and he never shows his feelings. But the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Here we go now. He knows that they're the fool. They don't like him at all. It's the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Here we go now. Folks, thank you so much for joining me today. It has been a real pleasure today to do this show, as it always has, each and every Monday through Friday right here, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Central time, and 4 o'clock Eastern. I hope you have one terrific day today, and God bless. Keep smiling. Let everybody wonder what you've been up to. And until tomorrow, you take care. God bless. We'll see you then.